Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. In this video, I will be showing you how to create a custom t-shirt design in Cricut Design Space. Come on y'all, let's see how I did it. For this project, I will be using Caesar Sparkle HTV and a Gildan 100% cotton t-shirt. I will leave a list of these items in the description of this video. To start off, I am going to add my text. When designing, I like to add my text, then go back and find the fonts that I want to use. So to add my text, I am going to select text on the left toolbar. When the text box opens, I'm going to first type disclaimer, and then I'm going to click anywhere on the canvas to close it. I will follow the same steps to add the other text. Now that I have my text, I am going to select the fonts that I want to use. So I'm going to select disclaimer first, and then on the font menu, I am going to select the drop-down menu for the fonts. I am going to select system because I only want to see the fonts that are on my computer. Then I'm going to search for a font named Calibria. I think I'm saying that right. Calibri. And I'm going to select that font, and then I'm going to click anywhere on the canvas to close that. Then I'm going to select I'm not for, and then I'm going to go back to the font drop down, and I am going to search for a font called Athletic. Select my font, click anywhere on the canvas to close it. Then I'm going to select everyone. On the font menu, I am going to search for Varsity Regular. Select the font and click anywhere on the canvas to close it. Once all the fonts have been selected, I am going to begin designing. The design may be big when I am designing, but I'm going to go back and resize it for my shirt. But while I'm designing, I'm going to try to keep it within the 10-inch range. To start my design, I am going to select everyone, and I'm just going to move it out of the way. So I'm going to select everyone, and then I'm going to size it for my design layout. So to size it, I am going to use this corner handle here, and I am just going to pull it up to about right there. When resizing your text or your image using your corner handles, you want to make sure that you use your corner, not the sides. You want to use your corners because you want to always resize anything proportionately, and the corner handles do that. Next, I'm going to ungroup the letters because I want to change the size of the first E and the last E. So to ungroup, I'm going to make sure everyone is selected, and then on the top of the layers panel, I am going to select ungroup. Once the letters are ungrouped, I am going to resize the first E. So I'm going to select the first E, and then on the top of the toolbar under size, I am going to unlock the lock proportion, and I am going to change the width to 2 inches and hit enter. And I'm going to change the height to 2.5 inches and hit enter. I am going to repeat this process for the last E. So selecting it and unlocking the lock proportion, changing it to 2 in width and 2.5 in height. After I have the letter E size, then I am going to select the V, the E, the R, Y, O, and the N. And on the top of the layers panel, I am going to select group to group them back together. I want to change the size of the VERYON to 6.4 inches in width and 2 inches in height. And so I am going to select my text, and then on the top of the toolbar, I'm going to unlock the lock proportion, change the width to 6.4 and hit enter, and then change the height to 2 inches and hit enter. Then I am going to position the word back together. So I'm just going to position it as close to how I want it. So I'm just going to position it like that. And then once I have it positioned, then I am going to select the entire word. And on the top of the toolbar, I'm going to select Align, and then I'm going to select Align Bottom. Then I'm going to select Align again on the top toolbar, and then I'm going to select Distribute Horizontally. And this is just going to make sure that the spacing between the E and the VERYON as a group and the last letter E has the same amount of spacing in between. Now that I have the word everyone design, I am going to select the entire word, and then on the top of the layers panel, I'm going to select group. Next, I am going to size and position I'm not for. So selecting I'm not for, on the top toolbar under size, I'm going to unlock the lock proportion, change the width to 3.8 and hit enter, and then change the height to 0.85 and hit enter. Then I'm going to position it. Once positioned, I want to center I'm not for everyone to make sure that it's centered. So I'm going to select both I am not for and everyone. And then I'm going to go to the top toolbar, select Align, and then Center Horizontally. Now I want disclaimer to be inside of a box. And so I am going to select Shapes on the left toolbar. And then I'm going to select a square. And then I am going to select Shapes again to close the panel. I want disclaimer sliced from the box that I'm going to put around it. And in order to see disclaimer in the box, I have to change the color. So to change the color, I am going to select disclaimer. And then on the top toolbar, under operations, I am going to select the color swatch and then change to white, and then click anywhere on the canvas to close it. I am going to change the size, so selecting disclaimer, and on the top toolbar under size, I'm going to unlock the lock proportion and change the width to 8.3. Hit enter, and the height to 0.85. With disclaimer size, I'm going to size the square behind it. So I'm going to select the square, and then on the top toolbar, I'm going to select arrange and then send to back. And then I'm just going to position it how I want it. No particular size, just trying to position it. Once positioned, I am going to select both the box and the word disclaimer, and I am going to go to the top of the top toolbar, select align, and then center. Next, I am going to slice the word disclaimer from the box. So to slice, I am going to select the box and the word disclaimer. And on the bottom of the toolbar, I'm going to select slice. When the slice function is complete, I am going to delete the unwanted pieces. So I don't need that piece, and I don't need this piece. And so it just leaves me with my box with the word disclaimer sliced out of it. With the word positioned, I am going to make sure that it's centered. So selecting the entire design, on the top toolbar, I'm going to select align and then center horizontally. To finish the design, I'm going to add the stars on each side of I'm not for. Now that my design is complete, I want to make sure that it cuts exactly how I have it laid out on the canvas. To do this, I am going to select the entire design, and then on the bottom of the layers panel, I'm going to select attach. Next, I am going to size the design to fit a large shirt. So for my large shirt, I like to size my designs to about 10 inches proportionately. So making sure everything is selected, I am going to leave the lock proportion locked, and I'm going to change the width to 10 inches and hit enter. With the design size, I'm going to select make it on the top right. On this screen is my design on the color coordinated mat. So I designed the image to be black, and so the mat is coordinated to the color that I designed it. Now, because I am cutting heat transfer vinyl, also known as HTV, I am going to turn on the mirror option. So to turn on the mirror option, I am going to toggle the mirror on, and that is going to then mirror the design on the mat. Once I'm finished, I am going to select continue on the bottom right. On this screen, I am going to select everyday iron on as my material setting. To cut the HTV, I am going to be using the green standard grip mat. I am going to place the HTV on the mat with the shiny side facing down. So you want this side, the shiny side here, to face down onto your mat, and you want the dull side to be facing up. And so I'm going to place it on the mat, making sure to align it with the grid that is on the mat. Now that the mat is loaded, I am going to get the design cut, and then I'm going to weed it. So here I am at the heat press. I have my design already placed on my shirt. I did lint roll the shirt, and I pre-pressed it to remove the moisture. So now I am going to press the design onto the shirt at 305 degrees for 20 seconds. Okay, y'all. So here is my shirt. What do you guys think about the design? Let me know in the comments what you all think about the design. And let me know also, will you be trying to make your own design? All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you're able to follow along with my process. If you like this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.